It's week 4 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse, Jonathan Taylor. He was steady for him on the ground a week ago, reaching the century mark and adding a score. It's the Colts and the Chargers coming up next.
Versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in week 4. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. It's taken in by Quentin Johnston. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
It's Eckler again. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. You look at this Colt defense. They were terrific last week against Buffalo in that victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Herbert. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the option, here's Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's got right on the short throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 115 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Pushing through the contact. Fights through it. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Richardson to throw off play action. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Second and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. Fighting his way through contact. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Third and 4. Herbert now. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
A loss of 2.
They go play action with Richardson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Now the try here for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. On first down, Richardson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Woods will say he should have had it. That'll bring up second down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they're a top 5 unit right now against the pass in the league. In fact, they sit at number 5.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack. Now
third down and 7. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on the keeper the moment it revealed itself.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Colts hit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Running on first down, Eckler. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job is simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Again, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Quick throw into the hands of Pittman. There he goes, left side. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
He scored their touchdown earlier, and this had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambled for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And the Colts are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Flushed under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now it's Richardson. And it's caught on the deflection. And this is going to be a touchdown. In the second quarter, and already his his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And he was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
Yeah, especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Carter. So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Herbert throwing again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And this one is right through, and that will do it for this 1st half. So a very tight 1st half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the 2nd quarter. The Bills locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Acrisure Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Najee Harris, over 100 yards rushing with a touchdown run. We saw a strong 1st half out of the mobile quarterback, Anthony Richardson. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So here are the Colts to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Running lanes yards were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Here's Richardson to throw. The short throw pulled in by Woods. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield who can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now Richardson. He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Richardson looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Again, it's Richardson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he didn't quite have the back spin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Here's 3rd and 7. Richardson working from the gun. They're going right back to Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Meanwhile, Richardson's throw caught by Pierce. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Delivers another one to Pierce. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 3rd and 3.
A gain of yards brings up 3rd and 3.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when we talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And the points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now Richardson yet again. That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Gay is on for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was Anthony Richardson who took it into the end zone to finish things off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on the first throw could turn their chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
That's good for our Colts. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On the option left, Richardson. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Nice job there, finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This 2nd and 4. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right? No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. L.A. readies for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. at the 28-yard line.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's complete to Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
From the gun, it's Taylor. Able to avoid him at the 40. And able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's second down. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 7. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 67 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Richardson. And this one's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
And 4 at the Chargers' 9-yard line.
On the counter, it's Taylor. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football. But he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. On first down, Justin Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Here's Herbert.
At the 20-yard line.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Herbert back to the air. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Herbert now. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Well, they couldn't be happy that they were having to stop a 2-point conversion because that means they gave up a touchdown. But a little solace there. You saw some good gang tackling, stacking him up before he gets to the end zone.
We talk about offensive units putting in more 2-point period sessions in practice. Defensively, do you do the same?
Absolutely. You have to because you never know how aggressive these offenses are going to be in games nowadays.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Colts are going to recover the football. And that should be enough to get them home. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Indianapolis, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.